As a 14-year-old male, I'm not necessarily unhealthy, but I'm out of shape and unfit. I mean, just look at this. Yep. See? I'm on the verge of becoming the new Big Smoke, or worst of all, Nicocado Avocado. I'm also mentally unfit for stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure I have undiagnosed ADHD, because the symptoms match how I act and behave. And I'm pretty sure I do, I just have never diagnosed it myself. Actually, no, self-diagnosing is bad. And I'm not good at time management and being confident in general. Like, I'm only confident in my household or just around my friends. I simply just want to improve on my physical and mental health so I can become a decent human being that actually works and contributes for society. And I could just do it right now, but I'm always overthinking time management and scheduling, but maybe I can start somewhere. But it's not good to start immediately. You gotta gradually increase and gradually level up as you go. Working out is my first priority, but if I want to reach my hopes of self-improvement, but maybe not too much so I don't affect my growth at such a young and fresh age, working on my cardio was what I really want to improve on, because I'm horrible at relaying, beep tests, and other workout stations that rely on aerobics. If I want to mentally work on myself, I could try thinking about other thoughts, set a certain time schedule to actually manage my time. So, what I basically hope for is to focus more on my self-improvement so I can live a healthier and happier life, and also a long one. And because I need to get in shape, manage my time, and go touch some grass since I'm in my house all day on my phone or playing video games. Now, including my hopes of self-improvement and becoming healthier, I need a bit of camera work to include that as well. And this is where I return with... Now I already know we talked about why I like media arts, but that was just a broad umbrella term to describe multiple things, like video games and animation. But I really aspire to become a filmmaker, and this is the time I explain about it. Machinimating has really inspired me to become an actual filmmaker, or a 3D animator at least. There was this simple sandbox machinima maker called Frobs, and he was my stepping stone and big inspiration for why I created my own simple sandbox series, and my introduction and plan to become a filmmaker and animator. I hope to become an inspiring and well-known media artist because, to me, it's something I can really enjoy, and there's a huge passion in me about media arts. And I really hope to make some narratives the level of Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, Stanley Kubrick, Tim Burton, and Guillermo del Toro. These people, combined with the most well-known and professional SFM artists and machinimators, are what keeps pushing me to build this career of directing an amazing narrative. There is one more thing to talk about for my hopes, and that is... Whoa, I hear buzzing. Ah, heck no! Ah, what the heck? There's a wasp! Oh shoot, oh god, ah! Let's go! I didn't know I could do it, but I freaking did it! Check this vile beast out. And now it's time to burn it. Since I was rudely interrupted talking about my next hope, I'm going to talk about my great fears instead. And why not start it off by talking about my most hated animal? And one that I'm
actually incredibly afraid of.
Wasps. What can I say about them?
Barely anything positive about them.
Now, the reason for why this little fear of mine happened is when I got stung by a honeybee one time. You might be saying,
"That's a bee you got stung by, not a wasp."
But nope, shut up, listen. So, I was heading home after school, and a bee flew into the car. I didn't notice it at first, since I was listening to music, you know. But later on, I felt a mild sharp pain on the palm of my left hand right here, somewhere over here. I looked up my hand, and I saw a barbed thorn sticking out, and I was confused. Then I looked down on my legs, and then I saw a honeybee walking down on my legs. I screamed because it was a black and yellow flying thing walking on my body. But it was a honeybee, and they die after seeing you, so I basically overreacted. Eventually, my dad flicked away the bee after just stopping the car, and I could not stop searching about bees and wasp stings, and that's where my fear of these vile creatures appeared. Since I got stung by a bee, I did not want to imagine how a wasp sting feels, since the ones that live here are called yellow jackets and are known to have the most extremely painful and burning stings to a common wasp. Wasps are also big a-holes. They're always aggressive at you, and don't go towards me and say that
Actually, they feel threatened and defensive, so that's why they sting you. You should probably stop doing that.
Boy, I do not give two craps if they're defending their nest. They are scum of the earth, and you seem to confuse that fact with bees, because they're the ones that are threatened and defensive. In general, you understand why I absolutely fear and despise these yellow-jacketed demons. Nature invented it with no reason but to sting and buzz in your face and steal your snacks. They also have very painful stings and can sting more than once. So just burn your whole house down if you find any of these vile, venomous goblins. So, if you can please excuse me, I am... no, I gotta go badly. Just hold on. Alright. I am back from my brown slumber, and let me flush y'all into my next fear. Now, the fear of public washrooms is a little stupid compared to the more common fear of wasps, but hear me out. Fear of public bathrooms started not long ago. It was during grade 6. I had a terrible stomachache when I was dropped off at school, but I was too afraid to go into the public washrooms because I did not want to get late, or that someone would horribly mess up the bathrooms before me. So you know what I did? I crapped in my own pants. That's right. Then I had to skip school, and that's when I finally started using the school bathrooms for number 2s. I mainly feared this because of the dread of having to do a brown bomb in a public washroom, and that there's not going to be any toilet paper, or someone before me messed up the toilets horribly, or that it might clog, and worst of all, skibbity just kidding, when someone looks at you and calls you out for using the toilet. It hasn't happened to me, but the things above happen more commonly, and that's how I have a grandiose fear of using a public bathroom. To sum it up, I fear public washrooms because someone acknowledges my use of the toilet, or someone ruined it for me, or it might clog, and that there's no toilet paper for me to wipe with. Also because public bathrooms are incredibly unsanitary. Now I have to complete this reading and writing assignment, so let me just write the story down. Here we are, at the final tier. I am thankful that all of you have made it this far into my monologuing journey. Without further ado, let me cook! Sorry, is that hot enough? Freaking hell! So, you know those Walmart sensors, right? The ones that go... If you have metal or didn't completely buy your product, these blinky mofos have been one of my greatest arch enemies growing up and buying my Hot Wheels collection. I'll just go to Walmart with my mom, buying stuff, and at the entrance, these loud things always blink when I walked past them for some reason. And when it didn't, I'd anticipate it because I was terrified of these sensors. To make it worse, my mom would tell me that it's the police detecting me, and I actually fell for that. I fell for that stuff because it flashed red, and my mom would trick me into believing that I stole something or that the police would be dispatched. That stuff traumatized me for a good while, and then I just got more desensitized to the annoying beeps until I wasn't scared of them anymore. It might not be a full and fleshed out story of my childhood, but I still fondly look back to my once arch nemesis when I returned to Walmart to get stuff with my family. As I go on, I have much to learn about lessons, and let me share with you an actual story where I learned a lesson and the moral of it. So, in December of 2022, I was invited to my friend's sister's birthday. I will not be naming anybody's real names in order to preserve privacy. But I was having fun with the boys, playing some Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Please don't, just... Yeah, I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4 on my laptop, and I was just enjoying the party in general. But later on during the evening, where most of the people left and it was only me and our close friends, the little brother of one of my female friends was playing rough with another little brother of one of my male friends. And my male friend isn't tolerating any of the rough handling to his little bro. So, he stepped up and put his hands on the shoulder of the brother of the female friend. That might sound confusing, but skill issue. And then he, in my opinion, the little brother of the female friend, overreacted and started crying during the whole ruckus. Afterwards, the brother came crying to his sister, who was my female friend, just so you know, and told him that my male friend choked him on the neck like this, which I thought, it's a complete lie. He did not do this, in my opinion. But I did not speak out because I was just a quiet little kid. My male friend got ridiculed by the female friend, and she eventually called her dad to discuss the situation. Eventually the father comes and she explains to him the whole drama, and this is where it got really cringy, sad, and just too much. The father was berating, scolding, and yelling at my male friend due to the accusations, saying that you shouldn't put a child in danger and stuff like that. That in turn made my male friend overwhelmed and also started to cry. The birthday girl's parents were discussing the situation, but the father had some anger issues and was a little too overprotective towards his kids about the drama. Eventually, I called someone to come pick me up because I did not want to get involved in this crap. So I got picked up and explained the whole situation, and this is where it was a little foggy and fuzzy where it was. But I went off on a tangent saying that I feel that this male friend of mine is against the whole world and that no one wants to side with him, and that I will attempt to stick by his good side when he's going through a big deal. And thus, that ends the story right there. Okay, what have I learned? It's a simple moral lesson, and that is to stick by your friend's side and always be supportive of them in what they do and what they're going through. Unless it's something really unhinged. So, basically just be a homie to them and stick with them till the end, no matter how much drama they get in, how annoying they are, or how unhinged about what their opinions are. And that is the stories. But we're not done yet. I just have to say one last thing. So, do the shores really mean anything to you? Like nostalgia, hate, spite, anything. Because it does mean something to me. And that's where I based my topic on this video. Alright, all of y'all great people have made it to the end. I just want to say that you should like and subscribe to my channel for some inconsistent but good content, to say the least, which is what I consider my content. You can find my social information in my about info, which includes my Discord server, my Steam account, and my second channel where I post anything I want. So without further ado, this operation is over, and peace.